Good morning, America. This is my second video. I want to bring something out on I was so enthused with the story of the Antichrist, the lawless one, the son of perdition, the abomination of desolation, as he is called in many stories in the Bible. And I want to start off with the time, which is 11:33 a.m. and it's 1:13 of 2025, Monday, or Moon Day, as people call them. Since we don't celebrate Moon Day, we celebrate the Sabbath, Sabbato, which is Saturday, not Sunday. Sunday is a Sunday law which was placed upon the earth by the Roman Catholic Church, the Sunday law, where they, that's a long story to say also, but I'll relate that some other time. First of all, I want to talk about the Revelation 12 and Revelation 13. So I'm going to start off with the Revelation 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Now this may relate to the war in heaven of the angels versus the rebellious one, Lucifer, and his three-quarters of his or three-thirds of his angels, who fell down with him, who followed him as rebels. And let me continue. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, or Lucifer, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of the testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. He's talking about the Christians that died during the persecutions by the Romans. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Now there's a relationship with the sea and earth in these latter days in chapter 13 of Revelations. And I want you to hear these verses and equate what I am saying. And therefore rejoice, ye in heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. So where is this coming from? Where is this leading to? For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knows that he hath but a short time on this world, on this earth. In other words, he knows his time is almost up. He's already been judged. So all he's waiting on is time for sentencing and for his punishment, which will come shortly. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place. Now, this is prophetic. These are symbolistic. The woman being Israel. Being Israel, and 3/4 of the, or 1/4 of the remnants that survived the onslaught against the enemies of Israel. Now, they will be, how would you say, stored or placed in safekeeping in a place called the Redstone City of Petra, where there's a mountain that resembles an eagle, under which there is an old palace and treasury. The stone city of Petra, which is located in Jordan. Let me continue here. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for time and times and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. And as I said, 1/3 of the remnants of Israel, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. Now I'm going to go to chapter 13 of Revelations. It speaks about the Antichrist, the lawless one, the abomination of desolation, the son of perdition. A lot of writers and scholars have talked about this individual. They equate him to Hitler. They equate him to Judas Iscariot, which, by the way, Iscariot means Sicario. Sicario in Latin. Iscariot. In other words, he was sent by the Pharisees and the Romans and the Sadducees of the time to get rid of Jesus Christ. That's why he never participated in any of Jesus' events. He was a thorn on Jesus' side until the last day. Judas Iscariot, or Sicario. Judas Sicario, which means assassin. And they can come in many ways. Let me continue. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God, and have the testimony of Jesus Christ. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea. Now this could be a sea in logical terms, or it can be a sea of mass of people. Whichever it is that you believe. I believe personally that it's from the mass of sea of people, having 7 heads and 10 horns. 10 horns meaning 10 nations, 7 heads meaning kings. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Now, if you equate this to, you talk about this last portion, it talks about in the prophet's description of what the end time nation will be, or nations will be, because they will be mixed, a combination of cultures, within that area of the Middle East. There were many conquerors in the Middle East. There were the Greeks, the Ottoman Empire, there were the Romans, there was the Germans, and so forth. Babylonians, Sumerians, Assyrians, there were many of them, and Persians as well. And I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death. And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Now, whether this is literal or symbolical, it could be. It could be that a man who is presently or becoming a leader is somehow wounded in his head, or shot in his head, or wounded somehow where it is a how would you say, a deadly wound, which is healed miraculously. And all things are possible in this day and age. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. 42 months is how many years? And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And remember what I said. And this is basically prophetic. I explained it in one of my other videos as I messaged to you. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. In other words, this person would blaspheme God's name by saying, I am God, I am He, I am the Great One, I am He that is to come, or am here to be your Savior. I am God. And basically that's what he will say to the people. And the people will believe him. As weird as it sounds, but people will believe him because they'll believe he does great things. He causes miracles that are unseen to the naked human eye. Such as bring down fire from heaven, which is basically lasers. And we have that now with the Project Bluebeam, lasers from the satellites. Understand what I'm saying to you. Now, there have been reports coming from Los Angeles that they've seen Project Bluebeam in action, starting the fires. And they also said the same thing in Maui. The reason why they covered many of the houses up with blue coverings to reflect the laser beams, which have no control, which have no how would you say, cannot go through blue, the color blue. Project Bluebeam. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Are you getting the puzzle put together? And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. This person will have the use of many languages. He will be a multi or trilingual or quadrilingual person. He will understand languages, speak languages, write languages. He will be very smart, very intelligent, a slick. Understand what I'm trying to say to you. Okay, giving him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Now this could be in the form of a, how would you say, one of those machines that they created or images of Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley up on the stage, and some other one of those projector types. I forgot what they call that these days. They create images of objects, and you can reflect it up on a cloud, and it looks like an angel flying or Jesus coming up on the clouds. That's what they will do. They will deceive many of the populations. Let me continue here. Therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven. Again, like I said, lasers, Project Bluebeam. Understand what I'm saying to you. You can control it with a handheld, how would you say, if you call it a cell phone or a small gadget in your pocket or something to that effect, or by a command. Okay, beam me up, Scotty, that type of thing. All right, let me continue. I'm not a joker. I like to tell the truth. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth,